star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Special thanks to Skylar Cole for that lovely performance of the national anthem. We'll be right back, folks. Get ready for the NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for spending your Saturday afternoon with us. Brian Anderson here, joined by our analysts, Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, plus reporting from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Missing some depth tonight, but the starting lineup is intact for him. So here are the Jazz starting five. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Filipowski out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Collier in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, the two Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. And it's Porzingis in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Well, Doris, we got a clash at the 5 spot here tonight. Can't wait to see these centers go at it.
B.A., there was once a point in history where we were talking about, is the 5-man phased out of the game? And all of a sudden now you have several MVPs who occupy the position. It is unequivocally going to be a special matchup tonight.
Now here's Tatum. Shot is up. Kessler with a rebound.
Well, that's a blown defensive coverage, but it doesn't matter. He cannot answer the bell.
Pass to Filipowski. Here's Collier. From downtown, Tatum pulls it in. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Celtics. Holiday finds Porzingis. Got a piece of it. Back to Holiday. Tatum from long range. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday.
What a weapon the 3 has become for Jason Tatum. Look out.
Doris, even as he gets up there in age, Drew Holiday is still an elite defender.
Brian, it's really remarkable how valuable a piece he is. They call him the Swiss Army knife because he is one of those rare individuals that can guard all 5 positions. He understands schemes. He's willing to mix things up. Drew Holiday is elite, period.
Here's Tatum following the bucket by Utah. That won't go either for Tatum. A minute 39 left to play in the first. Kessler, a screen on Holiday to the middle. And finished off by Kessler.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Holiday. Porzingis with a screen on Sexton. White can't hit. The Jazz have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Pass to Markkanen. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Markkanen's got his second basket.
Well, given Markkanen is 7 feet tall, feeding him on the interior is probably a good decision. That's a nice touch by the big man.
Now here's Tatum. 46 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Kessler with a rebound. Kessler's got his 4th rebound in this one. Seems like this offense is being executed the way it was designed.
Yeah, I'm sure coach couldn't be happier with the results.
So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Cornette's checked in for Porzingis. Al Horford comes in for Tatum. Hauser, he's checked in for White. And Pritchard is subbed in for Holiday. The Celtics have gone 1 of 5 to start things off. It's Brown on the wing. 20 seconds left in the first quarter here. Just 5 to shoot. Horford for 3. It's hauled in by Sensabaugh. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. Fires from way outside. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen from the Jazz, what's your take so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
We've got Jason Tatum, Al Horford out there with Torrey Craig. Then there's Peyton.
Mic check, mic
and
check.
it's Hauser in at the 3. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. And the expression, not enough touches to go around. Do the Celtics risk falling into that trap, Doris?
Well, first and foremost, BA, if that's a problem for you, it's a good one to have. I think the key here is with all the weapons available, you have to have some personal sacrifice. And to this point, this team has been willing to do that.
Boston trailing.
Check 1, 2, 3.
Here's Tatum, the crossover. Too easy for Tatum, even with the contact.
Well, the increasing strength of Jason Tatum is making it harder to knock him off his path. That is nice.
Pass to Sensabaugh. And the shot goes. Sensabaugh's got his first basket.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Tatum feeling it out a bit. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Tatum. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks. Many consider this summer to be the most challenging field in the history of international basketball. Nevertheless, Team USA got it done in Paris. It's not getting any easier, but the star power of the U.S. men's team shined bright in the City of Lights. Guys, a classic ending for a stacked U.S. roster.
What a performance. Shams Charania with the report. Thanks, Shams. Doris, it seems like every year Tatum's name is right atop the MVP ballot.
To me, Brian, it speaks not only to his talent, but also his consistency and the work ethic. The game is important to him. He's versatile. He's clutch. He's everything you want in a star player.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast, but playing slow. We're the more talented team.
Yeah.
We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that. Martin, he's checked in for Utah.
Entertainment.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Williams finds George. Utah with another miss. And so it's Tatum who brings up the ball for the Boston Celtics. Grant, a big reason for Utah to be excited about the future. Their young head coach, Will Hardy.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's had this team competitive after trading away both Mitchell and Gobert. And I love how Hardy has developed guys like Lauri Markkanen.
And it's Utah with the ball. Following the bucket by Boston. Ooh, a little pass fake there. Froze the D. Nice move.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Porzingis for three. And the shot is good on the assist by Holiday. Porzingis has got his first 3 points of the game. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. George passes to Markkanen. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Celtics lead by 3. Outside White. Shot from 12. Brown can't hit. Utah's gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. White against Markkanen. With 1 on the clock. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Celtics out in front. They lead by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams trying to gain an edge. One of the stories here, Jason Tatum. Man, is he getting it done today?
You know, I'm not really sure what defenders can do to slow him down. He's just too skilled.
Well, perhaps the most impressive thing has been his incredible consistency. This guy is a great player who always brings a ton of energy. What a great half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Filipowski out there with Walker Kessler. And it's Collier in at the point. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A. And unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, "I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something."
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Now here's Kessler. Pass to Sexton. Shot clock at 6. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
And he knocks down the first one. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league. and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
Porzingis passes to Tatum. Offline with a three. Jazz trail by 4. Here's Collier. Hauled in by Brown. Boston's gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. The triple. Sexton's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Here's Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
He's undersized for a 4, but his hops level the playing field.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to review the game plan.
That will cultivate the game, and let's give them another round of applause.
Some changes here for the Celtics. Al Horford's checked in for Porzingis. Hauser comes in for Jason Tatum. And Pritchard is subbed in for White. Jazz trail by 3. George outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. George left side. Floats one. The rebound, Celtics. Here's Pritchard. No made baskets yet. Brown inside. No good off the back of the rim. Martin outside. It's good at the buzzer. Wow!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach preaches it. Nice work.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Boston out in front, up 1. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Now here's Tatum. A sensational block. Pass to Collier. Markkanen with it. Kessler with it. He's guarded by White. Fades. And off the left side of the rim, it swirls in for him. Coming down the stretch. We'll see if someone can capture the lead and hold it.
Yeah, that's been an issue. 5 lead exchanges tonight.
Tatum can't hit. Utah leading. Here's Collier. Markkanen outside. Kessler with it. Pass to Collier. Holiday grabs the miss. And so it's Holiday who brings up the ball for Boston. Now Tatum. And it's blocked by Kessler. The 3 from Sexton. And it's Jason Tatum with a rebound. Tatum's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Fires from deep. Tatum with another miss.
I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
Markkanen from long range. Hauled in by Brown. The Celtics have got none of their shots to go in this final quarter. 0 for 4. And finished off by Tatum.
The very definition of their go-to player. Mr. Tatum, ball in your hands, yes, sir.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. And coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Attention fans, now on the court is your hype squad. Get loud and let them hear it. It's time for some T-shirts right now, fans.